goodness, ladies and gentlemen. So, it has been a minute. It's just been an exhausting couple of weeks. But we're out here doing it. We're slaying the game with our bestseller course, the 100 Front-End Interview Questions Challenge. Can you say that one time? 3 times fast? But yeah, if you're interested to make sure that you ace your front-end interview, might I highly recommend our front-end interview question challenge. It's not just front-end, it's really just JavaScript as well. So if you want to prepare for your JavaScript interview, it's a great resource for you to utilize. And you get it for $9.99 in the description below, or using the link that's there, or coupon code CodingGod. So with that being said, let's jump into it. So last time, let's go ahead. Last time we really got caught up on some bugs with our API. No big deal. This time what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually get around to building the playlist API. Making sure that we're, or the video controller, I should say, so that we can append it to our item. So we're going to have to do a couple things. Let's start by going ahead and launching this. By the way, VS Code had a new update. For those of you who don't know, it's pretty dope. A little cleaner, a little thinner. Look at this wheel, though. I don't know how I feel about that. How you guys doing today, man? One of the students I mentored launched a application called What the Funk, which is there to help share resources with you. And I saw him on LinkedIn share his resume, so I shared it with my LinkedIn group of followers for a couple of reasons. One, I was very impressed with I'm 31 and he's 18. Can I call him a kid? The kid. No disrespect when I say that, but I feel like we're that. There's an age difference that now I can call him the kid. But the kid, youngin, he really did a good job. And so I shared it yesterday, and I also said, like, hey, just so you know, I was very impressed with this project. This is one of his sites. Take a look, and swoop him up while you can, because he ain't gonna be on the market long. And honestly, as a junior developer, if I could have hired him, I would, because he has all the traits that I want in a developer, where he's learning, he's growing, he's challenging himself, he's building stuff. Like, the second I see a developer who's self-taught that's actually building stuff, like real stuff, and I'm not talking about weather apps and calculators. Homeboy built a fully functional full-stack web application in technologies that he doesn't work with. You're the type of the youngin that I'd hire. Come in, 18 years old, come work with your boy. Now, it's not up to me. I can't hire kids like that. My work wants to hire senior devs. But if it's up to me, I say, all right, listen here, youngin, young gun. We are going to give you a shot. And so what that means, by the way, I'm getting this real quick. Oops. Just stealing this playlist ID real quick. But yeah, so anyhow, so it's pretty cool because apparently it worked out for him. He got 200 signups on his email list. What the hell am I looking at? What's example.js? Oh, I think I was up here trying to show something to April. I was like, what's example.js? April's learning to code right now, and so she told me my logic was wrong, and I said, bullshit. I said, no, it ain't, girl. Said, not today. Don't be playing, girl. Alright, so here's our playlist ID. And before we do anything, let's just go ahead and launch our application. Someone told me that there's a REST client in Postman. Or in Visual Studio Code, but I haven't I might have to hit you young guns up about it. And you know what's crazy is a couple times in my career I've had people say like, you know, you're so busy with these side projects. Do you have any time? Like this happened probably about 3 times in my career, and that's what the young gun built. He built a side project and something he can stay up to date with, something he can encourage to grow with, something that he can have fun with. And it's not a bad idea. Hey, let me send you an email weekly about what's going on software wise, this wise, that wise. And you can start making affiliate money with it very easily. You can start recommending your own sources, other people's sources, a lot of cool stuff. And so you can take that and you can turn that into a very long-term project. And all it has to be is a weekly email where people sign up to your email stream and then you forward them 5 articles a week of what people are interested in. And all of a sudden now you have ridiculous passive income. You have a project that grows in scope, that you can maintain long term. All right, where was I? But yeah, so what I was trying to say was that the reason this kid's going to be a success is because he has those side projects. Now, I've worked at places, or I've worked with people who have said that, you know, I don't know if this is going to work out because okay, so we actually already did set this up. We just said wait, and then we want to console.log video. Now we have to go update, I think, this is what I want to do. So the point I'm trying to make is that there are going to be those employers that are not going to want you to have side projects. The reason for it is they want you to work overtime. They want you to be so unbelievably dedicated to them that you're not dedicated to yourself. And so I share that with you because you always need to look out for what's best for you and your family. And don't ever get dissuaded by the few companies out there that are going to say, hey, we don't want you to be doing this other stuff, when that other stuff got you to where you are. And so he's going to continue to be successful as long as he stays on that path. It's almost like it's almost as if I personally were to focus on, like, I got to where I am because I'm self-taught, not because I was in a computer science program and, you know, I dropped out a year before, but I was in the program. I took plenty of courses, and a year before I graduated, I dropped out. That's not it. So as I mentally keep focusing on going back to school, I'm going to leave behind what made me successful, which was going and grinding and doing my own thing. So even though that's not going to work for some companies, it's going to work for me because that's what has worked for me. All right, so now we've done that. What we want to do is let's go over to our category, and we're going to create a new one, or we're going to add a request, and this is a update category. Just say update. All right, so we should. All right, let's do a put. Let's go over here. And by the way, let's go ahead and save that. Get all. Get this ID. No, not right now, Tito. My stomach's feeling a little weird today. All right, so what We didn't really update any. We fired this off, but I didn't really do anything with it. No. So let's go in the body. Let's go ahead and copy this. And let's go to raw. That will be JSON. Go ahead and save that. Paste that in there. But we're also going to have this new field, and I believe I already added it to our schema. Let's just make sure real quick. Category schema. Yeah, playlist ID. Yeah, sometimes it's a strange thing because sometimes just as humans, we forget about what makes us successful. And it's a hard thing because you always want to please everybody. Just as a natural thing. You know, most people don't go out of their way for conflict. Tino! One second, I gotta turn the AC on. All right. So we have this, and what was our put? Maybe I make a mistake on V1 routes, category routes. No, that was right. All right. So in here, we'll pass in that. Oh. All right, cool. Then, now we have updated playlist ID in our database. And in our... And we're going to actually take this fetch, throw it over here, over her. We're going to get rid of test. Get rid of those. All right. So what we're going to want to do is const video is equal to, we need to await it because it's going to be asynchronous this dot, oh, not there. I think we might already be doing it down below. This I can rule. Cool. Console log video. Excellent. Now, this will be async. Alright, response. Let's go ahead and save this and we can close this, close this. Hey, big boy! Big pup! Oh, what's in your fur here? All right. So we don't want that. All right. So let's get our route together. Alright, and we'll just hard code this to 50. I don't think it needs to be a dynamic. We'll just always return 50. And our key will be API keys. Not YouTube API keys. All right, and then we will have a base. Oh my god, what's up with this depressing ass Kingdom Hearts music? There we go. All right. This is our options. I wonder if I need to do this. Anyhow, const response is equal to fetch this dot route. Excuse me, route. And actually, you know what? We should wrap this in a try catch. All right, cool. So I think this should, if we set everything up right, when we go and get a category by an ID, which we have get by ID set up right here, it should at console.log the value like so. All right, so you can see here that we got a whole bunch of stuff. We don't really need all of that. What we need are so all right, let's start here. We're in our category controller. Get category by ID. All right, so we're getting it here. We're actually getting it because that's where we're logging it. So what we want to do, say category.videos is equal to video. Now, the issue is going to be that our I category, our interface, doesn't have this property. And I think what we're going to do is just make it an optional part of our model. And I think that's fine. So like here, we'll have, maybe playlist might be a better item here, which will be of type any array. Although, let's actually go ahead and define some models. So I don't like the any array here. So before we do this, and before we do this, let's go ahead and create a new file, and we'll call this playlist.model.ts. We'll export class playlist. Playlist item is probably more accurate, right? Alright, so playlist will be have public items. Honestly, I'm just gonna copy this over because it's the exact same thing as what I'm about to do. Alright. And then here, playlist-item.model.ts, and go to playlist item. All right. Just like that. Try and clean it up. It's like, nah. It's gonna be ugly. Whether you like it or not. And what this will be be of type playlist. And we'll make that optional. Sweet. So now we can go here, we'll say categories dot playlist equals new playlist, and we'll pass in video, and instead let's save that. That looks good. That looks good. So here it becomes an idea. I'm gonna leave it for now. I was just saying, like, a playlist ID. So the issue I'm struggling with right now is defining our model here. Is this is separate from this? Like, in the sense, like, we need the playlist ID, and we're depending upon iCategory to return here, but I'm gonna leave it right now. I think it's fine. All right, now let's see what happens when we do the same send. Timed out, huh? Oh. Cannot find. I think that's gonna have to be moved out of models fairly soon. because that's going to be used in topics and other places. So we have our playlist ID. Okay. So, the question becomes, why are we not... Is there something I'm missing as to... Why are we not getting back that in our... No, I haven't. So, like, I don't know. I was just trying to append this to it. So, like, I'm just thinking, like, oh. So, it's... You're right. It's not... So, that's what's strange is... To me, I should be able to... Oh, you know what? Now, do I have to add it to the schema? How's the app that's potentially going to make you millions going? It's going really well, although I'd settle for tens of thousands. It's because it's a schema. Now, I wonder if we do something like this. Playlist of type playlist required false. Now I wonder if it would work. Invalid schema. There we go. So you can see then we get our video ID, our description, our title, our thumbnail URL. That's all we needed. Now, it does seem like I should be able to give a... Do they really want us to hack the prototype? That can't be right, right? Or they want us to do something. Because what they just told me right now was to hack the prototype. I'm not doing that. This looks alright. Mongoose associations. Let's see here. My boy, the Harmony, coming through. I suppose I could probably go as, like, I could do something like this, I bet. This is kind of a hassle, but as far as go to models, and we're actually... Where's our category schema? There we go. So I bet I could do something like this, where I do playlist. It is an object. And in here, we have items, which is an array. And in items, we have an object. And that would be, let's say, video ID. And then here we have type string. And I bet if we called that, although those are creating their own IDs now. That's not really what I want. I literally just want to pass the data. It doesn't need its own ID. Deep breaths, you can do this. I can't. At least I don't think it was creating its own ID before. Yeah. This isn't optimal, but we can dive deeper in this. Let me go ahead and create a backlog ticket. So I don't necessarily want to blow this up here. I want just to return an empty object. I'm cool with that. Cool. So we have that set up. That's working good. That was one of our major tasks today. So I think it's a good time to commit. Deep breaths, yeah, man. I saved most of my deep breaths for the work week. Yo, Code Poppy, what's going on, baby? Alright, cool. So we got our APIs up and running. And we're going to have to go in here again and update topic and all that other jazz. But from a root level category, we are good to go. Now what we have to do is express limit domains. All right, so let's say that we wanted to All right, so let's close all this. I think what we need to do is we go to our app model here. And in here, we want to say this.app.use. So you have your requests. Here as you have next. All right, let's see. I think Did I miss something? I might have missed. One second. So that looks fine. And then let me just copy these over. All right. You haven't seen the oil diffuser in ages? Yeah, I haven't. So we haven't. So I've been cutting back on a little bit of spending. And not to say that I spend a lot of money or anything like that. Let me try this. Let's just say this is HTTPS devdocs.com, something like that. I can't tell if this is working. Because it's working, I feel like it shouldn't. Tito, stop, buddy. So I think that's probably working. We won't really know until we ship it, I imagine. You the goat though, thanks. I appreciate the breakdown. came across this pretty cool article about why you should put helmet into your API, and it has convinced me to add helmet. Let's see. Still watching. Alright, so import helmet from, we're kind of getting off track now, but while I was searching for an article to do, I came across this, which will add a bunch of security features. Allegedly. No, alright, cool. Attacker can attempt to put data in apps. That's what I'm reading right now. I'm trying to figure out how to block cross-origin requests, and I think it's fine, but I don't know. That doesn't seem too bad of an idea. Alright, cool. Let's see here. So we've set up help. Oh, you know what? I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Digging the article name? Yeah. Nine tips to keep Express from getting pwned. It caught my eye also, and honestly, it's a pretty good article. I'll share it in chat so you guys, if you read it. I mean, for somebody like me who's new to Express, it's like, hey, add helmet to set some default stuff so you're, 11 things that, just in that it's gonna do, and then add some rate limiting so it doesn't blow up. And here's how. Alright, cool. That's still same store. How am I? I'm alright, man. It's Wednesday and Thursday are like the rough days of the week for me. Monday, Tuesday is good, Friday is good, but Wednesday, Thursday are like the days where I start feeling a little sluggish. Got a exciting weekend though. I flew April's sister and her boyfriend out here to come, see her sister. Really. Oh, let's be honest, I'm the main attraction. But no. So, yeah. So we are. That's gonna be happen. So we're gonna spend some time together. Running out of gas. That's right. Those give a shits. Oh shit! I did it again, didn't I? So, all right. We should, while we're at it, npm install at types slash, let's see, at types slash express dash limiter. Is that right? Let's just see if it exists. Express rate limit has types, and that does something very similar. So let's see here, express dash rate limit. Yeah, we can do that. That doesn't even need Redis. Let's see. All right. Let's just use that since that's going to be less of a headache. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of Redis. We'll get rid of ExpressLine. Have a good one, Simon. Okay, cool. Did you want to release simultaneous videos on it for tomorrow or Friday, question mark? Or when did you have in mind? Question mark. All right. Trying to get that podcast out, son. Okay, cool, man. Period. I'm going to update some of the descriptions to put some course links and things like that. I did it for one today, but I still need to do it for the others. All right. Now, let's try one more time. All right, it's loading. We added some stuff. Let's add our rate limiter. We're going to import express rate limit from express rate limit. Am I a full stack developer? Yes. I do full stack JavaScript. Although, for the most part, I've been working consistently on, consistently on the front end. But oh, thank you. Sorry. Force of habit. There we go. I don't like this organization thing. I don't know that it's bad, it just sort of bugs me. So, God, I just feel like I'm hacking this together, having it's like we're literally just having all these packages do all the heavy lifting for us, which is nice. It's all that works, I suppose. Cool. Everything's still working. Excellent. All right. So we got our package. We added some security to help. I think this will allow us to do cross-origin requests. Good for you, Michael. Hopefully you got a nice pay raise in the process, man. What do I suggest get up to speed with Angular? Maximilian's like 30-hour Angular course. Just knock it out. It'll be a great like dictionary for you. Watch it and then just go build something after that. That'd be what I would do. But watch and build. That's really my go-to for that sort of stuff. All right, so we did this, we did that. Alright, so let's go ahead. We push that. Get remote -v. Alright, so we have to reset up. So you see I made a typo in here with these Heroku. So reset remote origin get. Changing our remote's URL. Alright, so get remote set URL Heroku to https://get.heroku.com/video dev docs services.get. Alright, so now we get push Heroku. But yeah, the best thing you can do, Michael, whenever you're working with the new framework is just start building something in it. When I started my previous job, I shouldn't say never. I did a couple projects in Vue and I dropped it. When I was learning that, I just did a couple projects in Vue. And when I jumped into when I started that job, I did some projects in Vue and I did a 30-hour Vue course. All right, so it looks like that deployed correctly. We fixed our remote branch. If we go to Heroku open, / cool. Definitely got a good pay bump. Good, man. I'm at the top of the market in Tampa, so like my base is 115, and then I have like, depends how you calculate it, but between 13 to 19% bonus, and then a whole bunch of PTO and benefits and stuff like that. And so like my last job was 110, but I made up for it in about 13 to 19% in bonuses and additional PTO and better benefits and remote time. And so like when you start getting to the top of the market, if you don't get promoted, and mind you, I have about 3 years dev experience, so I'm doing pretty good. The trade ups start coming in like profit sharing and bonuses and PTO and remote time. Like you're gonna have a couple gains in that if you're doing it right. I could say that probably for a senior dev, I might be able to get another $10,000, but then I have to become a team lead or a tech lead to get to that 140 range. At least in the Tampa market right now, but every year the salaries are going up. All right. Cool, so that deployed correctly. Now the question becomes, I think we're actually at a point where we need to just start connecting this crap and see what happens. As crazy as that sounds, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Why not? Alright, so let's say I went to reviews, and we're gonna go to our home page, and then in here we have our various icons that are associated with it. But yet, let's do this. Well, alright, so it's connected. Oh, I don't have the API up and running. Oh, you know what? Alright, this is a perfect article for what I was just looking for. I take it back. I don't think I enabled anything. Alright. You know, let's stop there. We're gonna do some core stuff tomorrow, and then we'll we hit a good stopping point where we connected our video app. We added some security features. I think that's good. Our deployment was successful. That's a good spot to stop at. I gotta go tutor. So I've been part of the reason this live stream's been just an hour and a half, is I've been doing a little bit of tutoring with April, which I'm glad to do, but you know, takes some time and energy, and I gotta find that. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Can you believe it? It's episode 29. 29. Almost 30 straight days. There's been a day or two off, but we've been grinding in the background, just not on a camera. And so we're going to keep it going, man. And if you're interested in any of my courses, might I highly recommend you check out the 100 front-end technical question challenge to get you prepped for those front-end interviews. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.